first books the Nazis burned were gay and lesbian books. It wasn't the Jews. It's about scapegoating. It's about easy answers.
It was about science on transgender.
Oh,
Change.
isn't that magically delicious, right? That's exactly what's happening now, isn't it?
It was medical.
Because it's a fascinating thing where fascists love engineers because they make cool stuff to kill people better with, but they hate scientists because scientists are the ones who are exploring, right? Closely related fields, right? We know. It's just a minor difference in thought process, but it's all about the thought process goal. That's minorly different. But it's just a fascinating quirk when it comes to fascism. Hi, I'm Michael Kripchak. I'm running for U.S. Congress. The tipping point for me was January 6th. There's something different about those of us that have served in the military. Let me ask you this. I ask every veteran I meet this. I feel like we have a different understanding of the words duty and honor. I can't put my finger on it. I can't describe it. But it's just a feeling that those of us who have actually signed up and said, yeah, I'll give up my life for our nation, right? We sign up for all different reasons, whether options, whether family, whether lack of options, whether it's your career, whether you want to fly or whatnot. But by the time we all get out, we have a different understanding of these words. And I think that understanding is what pushed me to react like I did to January 6th. I've started saying this publicly, and it's on my website. I haven't spoken this, but people like Ashley Babbitt, damn right she's a patriot. She served 3 tours over there. 3 tours. And they turned her into a dog. People like Mike Pompeo and Michael Flynn, who know better. They are academy graduates like me. I know what they learned. I know their instructors and what they were taught. I hold them so much more responsible than I do any MAGA voter or MAGA supporter, because they have military professionals up there, former or otherwise, saying, yeah, keep supporting this guy. And they told Ashley Babbitt, sick 'em on the nation that she loved. And they conned her, and it got her killed. I don't blame the followers, I blame the leaders. We have to start addressing wealth gaps. Sir, so much of this is going to riff off of what you said. Sorry, I'm totally breaking from my script. What you were saying about R&D funds. One of the main purposes of the federal government is to provide local communities, states, townships the funds they need to do what they have to do, be that infrastructure, be that business grants. One of my main plans is to start an innovation district here in the 6th. It's to resurrect our manufacturing prowess, because we were the backbone of American manufacturing. We powered it all. That's what we did. It's in our genes, it's in our blood, and it's what we're gonna do again. Start an innovation district, not just doing steel and whatnot, manufacturing carbon fiber, manufacturing the materials of tomorrow. And then just like what's happening at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, small businesses, small Ohio-owned businesses start popping up around Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. And that's exactly the kind of research grants that we need to be able to bring small and innovative businesses using these advanced materials, pushing the borderline. Like restoring the American dream, yes, it's about getting money into people's pockets. It's about giving people the option to actually have one income, actually support a family with a house, right? How incredible, be able to own your own home, and kids. But it's also about what is American? We are the frontier pushers. That is where we aim. All these things that are going on now, when people don't have money, when people can't have hope, when people can't have a dream, we're just looking at what's in front of us. And it's what's in front of us a lot of the time is what's on the news. We are the frontier pushers. We are the ones that got to the moon. It's about aiming towards innovation in the future. Right now, China is taking the lead in green tech. Unacceptable. That is supposed to be us. It should be us. And it will be us. When there's one of the issues when it comes to, just like Mr. Bazaar said, one of the issues with Ohio and having green energy is we live in this nice little Goldilocks zone. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, it's windy, but it's not too windy. So for me, it comes down to energy transmission. It comes back to the innovation district to be able to take our coal mines. So instead of burning up this coal, we could use it to develop advanced materials like graphene. I'll get a little scientific. Graphene. Stronger than diamond, lighter than steel, better than copper at transmitting electricity. We can be the powerhouse using our coal mines instead of burning these things up, developing the materials and manufacturing the systems that are required to transmit energy over long distances. When there's a gold rush, be the one making the shovels. We could be the shovel maker. Education. Why do they want to get rid of schools, education, and defund public education? Educating our children is not a profit-making venture. Never in the history of man has educating children been a profit-making venture. It is a communal venture. It is a service to the community. We need to treat our teachers with respect. We need to get parents involved in schools because education starts at the home. We need to get kids away from bubble tests because life isn't a bubble test, and we need to teach them to not be afraid of using a stove or how to change their own car oil. We need to get civics out of the classroom, into the community. You have kids then, instead of just learning dates that they're gonna forget anyway, actually working with community organizations. Working with Habitat for Humanity. I just talked with someone this morning down at the pancake breakfast. She took her kids, and it's awesome to see examples of these things like working in the past. So it's like, yes, proof. But working with her students in her civics and history classes, she took her junior high student, no, she said I couldn't take the junior high kids, that would have been bad. She took her high school students, some of the work they did during the semester was working for the local Habitat for Humanity construction sites. Leadership opportunities, mentorship opportunities, teaching kids what it means to serve. Big agriculture. Talk about another group of people that we do not treat with respect. They have the right to own the seeds they plant, repair the equipment they work on, and not be afraid of debt spirals. Solutions to this. We have one of the best engineering and best science state universities and colleges in the nation, in our state. We work with them with federal funding to have them develop the seeds of tomorrow, and they'll be open source, and so they don't need to pay Monsanto every single year to plant a new crop. Again, totally going against how things have been done throughout the history of man. Debt spirals. I know there was my mom told me there was, I didn't get a chance to read the article yet, but there's some new legislation coming down, even though the Farm Bill just passed, which confuses me, but legislation coming down so that, and okay, I don't know if this is what they're doing, but this is what we should be doing. Have when farmers get into debt spirals, have the federal government back them with loans, low interest or no interest. And then have the farmers available and get first dibs on rebuying their land once they get back on their feet. So then all of a sudden, they're not selling it to big corporations. They're not consolidation. We absolutely have to limit these corporations buying up these houses, leaving them vacant. It's half the problem for the housing crisis. One of the other things that leads to inflation is conflicts and war, because one of the biggest things that goes into your cost of goods is manufacture and transportation, and that is energy costs. Drilling, if we become dependent on natural gas like our Republican opponents keep talking about, all we are is at the beck and call and at the mercy of Russia. What happened in North Dakota? What happened in Wyoming? All these boom towns popped up. And what did OPEC then do? They're like, oh, we're just gonna drop the price of oil so much that when you drill it, it's too expensive for you to do it anymore. All of them, gone, bankrupt, ghost towns. That's exactly what will happen if we keep focusing on just pulling natural gas out of the gallon and fracking and fracking and fracking and destroying our water table. I'm jumping around, sorry. You got me heated, and you got me really heated. My background, from Youngstown, Ohio, went to the U.S. Air Force Academy, graduated with a degree in physics, went out to Hanscom Air Force Base, was stationed there doing research, classified and otherwise, for the Air Force. After that, came home for a bit, went out to Los Angeles, did the acting and writing thing for a little bit of time, decided I needed career change. Maybe the town decided for me, but decided I needed career change, got a master's degree at NYU Tisch, Interactive Telecommunications, with a focus on augmented reality, virtual reality. Started a business with a buddy from school, went out to Erie, PA, bringing efficiencies to manufacturers up there with indoor location tracking, kind of like AirTags a few years before AirTags came out. Then COVID hit, took our knees out. My parents were going through surgeries, that brought me home to Youngstown, Ohio. It's been sad being back because we all feel it, especially in Youngstown. Youngstown's struggling. But it is so inspiring to see the programs that are popping up. There's a mobile food, Youngstown City is a food desert. There's not a single grocery store in the entire city of Youngstown anymore. There's this mobile food market that people have started that they're like year on year, they're just 2 years old. Like year on year, they're getting like 1,000 customer growth per month. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying? It used to be 1,000 customers a month, now it's 2,000 a month. Talked with one of my buddies from high school. He works with a group helping people while they're in prison get the training they need, get the certifications they need, get the life skills they need. So before they get out of prison, all of a sudden they're not walking out into nothing and then just adding to the recidivism problem where they just go right back into prison because their only option is to do something terrible. Proactive problem solving, restoring the American dream, pushing boundaries into what is possible. Man, I jumped around. I don't remember what I said. You can ask me questions now or later. Michael Kripchak, I love your vote. Man, we have a hype meeting.